Good evening, kids. How are you all? I was, just telling somebody that since morning I've been busy, working. So I am tired. But you know what my friend told me? That you will not be tired the moment you will see the screen full of yellow hearts, the energy for you. And it's so true. Really, I'm not tired anymore. Look at them. Yes, Lini, I'm here. Manikandan, good evening. Meenu, good evening. Lini, present, ma'am. Okay. Then there is Lekashri. Lekashri, are you new in my batch, bache? Good evening, bache. Dinesh, good evening. Ansiba, how are you? Ashwini. Ashwini, good evening, bache. Okay, and who else? Why are people late? William, good evening. Fatima, how are you? And Gayatri, you were one of the first ones to be coming for the lecture today. Veena, how are you? Verify hopes. Aisha, you are new here. Aisha, first rule, if you are new here, is have a water bottle with you. Water is important. Keep your NCERT book with you and then send yellow hearts to Ritu ma'am. That's it. We are done with the lecture. I need my yellow hearts. I need you to keep having water, or you can pick up an apple or a fruit. If you're hungry, keep having something. You can eat. I cannot eat. Okay. And we will have fun with my most favorite chapter, chemical coordination and integration. Aisha, most welcome. Laharish, very soon. We are starting with 11th very soon, bache. Neelamai. Then Madhumita, good evening, bache, good evening. Everybody will be listening to Ritu ma'am very carefully. Then last 5 questions, everybody will solve with me. Santosh, good evening. Neelam, hi, bache. Angela. You love the classes. And Ritu ma'am loves you all. That goes without saying. Veena Ganesh, how are you? Kurat Ulender. Kurat, how are you, bache? Navnita, hi. So many. Priyadarshini, why you are late? You are late, Priyadarshini. Aisha, you just break your fast. Wow. And I know what lovely things you eat. I know during this time when you break the fast, the whole food is so yummy. It's so yummy, I know. Now let's see. Okay, Udaya, I will do that. More of one shot, definitely. Okay, let's see. Let's start the chapter. Let's start. Yes, William, let's start. Okay, all right. Chalo, let's start. So is NCERT book everybody, you have NCERT book with you. Today we are going to be doing the gland which is my most favorite gland, adrenal. And thymus, nice. But adrenal, oh my God, no match to adrenal. Super gland. Okay, now anyhow, before I start talking about adrenal and thymus gland, NCERT book is in front of you. I'm going to give you few new things. For all those new students who are joining Ritu ma'am's session, these sessions in NEET Elite is, bache, for you to crack NEET exam. And NEET exam is NCERT based exam. So I am going to be making sure every word of NCERT my children are reading. Keep NCERT book in front of you. I will be telling you where to underline, where to put star, what is more important. So keep it with you. Keep this topic right in front of you. Last chapter of 11th standard. Okay, then comes, bache, before we start with the chapter, NEET 2021 crash course. Okay, now in the crash course, what is the advantage of this crash course? It covers the entire NEET main syllabus in 120 sessions. In 120 sessions, solves unlimited doubts from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. What else we want? Morning till late evening doubt solving is there. Then 10 full and 10 part syllabus test. Because we don't study without testing. I know you. Okay. Then amazing tricks and tips to crack NEET exam in 90-minute session. Right? Then learn two-way interactive platform when teacher is with you. Yeah, you can do the spamming of the heart till I start my session. Who has come? Danny, how are you? Sneha Shri. Nobody is listening to Ritu ma'am. Everybody is talking to each other. Nobody is listening to Ritu ma'am, and Ritu ma'am is feeling so ignored. What are you supposed to do? You have to download the Vedantu app, and in the Vedantu app, you have to click on the NEET crash course and put a coupon code. What is the coupon code you're going to be adding? RGCC, which gives you 30% off. It gives you 30. Yeah. Now with this, you're bribing me with the hats. Nobody was listening to Ritu ma'am. Now you will bribe me with those yellow hearts. I know you brats very well. Okay, then the batch starts on 3rd May. Link is in the description below. Join in, be a part of the Vedan family. And have you already liked the session? Yes, those hearts. Let them keep coming. Did you like? Don't like the session. Love the session. They should have an option of loving, falling completely in love with the session. This session is going to be like that. You want to fall in love with that. Okay. So like it, share it with your friends. You have your class fellows. Share it with your friends. Let them also come and study with us, and then let them participate in Menti. And let's see who wins the Menti. Okay. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here, so that you get to know when is Ritu ma'am coming with such beautiful slides. What are the beautiful slides? Look at that. This is thymus. This is thymus. Okay, now this is the gland. You know what do I call it? It's the gland closest to my heart. I'm not saying anything emotionally. No, nothing emotional about it. It's positioned close to the heart. Okay, but tell me, where is heart positioned? Where is heart? Heart is right in the middle of both the lungs. Right in the middle of the lungs. Give me one smart word for that. Now, if you're trying to find out in NCERT, you will not get it. I will tell you about that. Okay, now this is the side view. This is the side view. Okay, thymus gland is lobular structure. Lobulated. Okay, where is thymus here? This is the side view. Okay, where is thymus here? Thymus says, I want a different color. Okay, this is thymus. You see this? This one. Okay, this is thymus. Location is mediastinum. Add it in your NCERT book. Add this in your NCERT book, bache. Mediastinum. Add this word in NCERT book. What is mediastinum? See, this is the gland. This is present in between the lungs where heart is. When we talk about the position of heart, we use the same word, mediastinum. Okay, location is in the mediastinum, which is in between the lungs. Now, behind the sternum, this is sternum, the chest bone. Okay, this is sternum, right in front here. This is sternum. And in front of this is aorta. in front of aorta. Okay, so it is behind the sternum, the chest bone, behind the chest bone. Okay, on the ventral side of the aorta. Ventral means V. V for ventral, V for front. Ventral is front, dorsal is back. So in front of the aorta. Where is aorta? This is aorta. So this is our gland. Okay, one smart word. What is that smart word you're going to be using? Mediastinum. What is mediastinum? In between lungs. And again, give more detailing. Behind the sternum, in front of aorta. So that means it is between the sternum and it is in between the sternum and aorta. Got that right? Now let's see. Thymus plays a major role in the development of the immune system. You know what is it called? It is called as, thymus is called as throne of immunity. It's the throne. Throne, you know, where the king sits. Okay, throne of immunity. That's what this gland is all about. How? It's a teacher. It teaches who? It teaches T lymphocytes. Let's see this. First, thymus gland produces a hormone called thymosin. Hormone of thymus, it's a temporary gland. It's a temporary endocrine gland. It degenerates. As people get older, it degenerates. Okay, now thymosin plays a major role in the differentiation, maturation, training, teaching, guiding, mentoring, anything. T lymphocytes. Lymphocytes, you know lymphocytes are of two types, T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes, right? So these are, we are taught, you know why T lymphocytes were called as T lymphocytes? Because these are those lymphocytes which differentiate in thymus. Where are they produced? Bone marrow. All the lymphocytes are produced in the red bone marrow. In the red bone marrow. Okay, so it is like this. Thymus plays a very important role in the training of T lymphocytes. And what do T lymphocytes do? T lymphocytes are involved in cell-mediated immunity. Okay, what is cell-mediated immunity? Which is the other type of immunity? The other type of immunity is humoral immunity, which is brought about by B lymphocytes. Let's get to know the difference. Okay, let's get to know, this is one type, this is the second type. Okay, T lymphocytes bring about cell-mediated immunity. B lymphocytes bring about the humoral immunity. Now, what is cell-mediated immunity? Cell-mediated immunity is, suppose this is an antigen, foreign element, bacteria, virus, protozoan, dust particle, okay, some foreign element is there, right? Now, T lymphocytes, what are T lymphocytes going to do? T lymphocytes are going to go there, the cell itself. What is cell-mediated immunity? The cell itself goes there and destroys it in some way or the other. Maybe it releases some toxins on it and destroys the enemy. This is cell-mediated immunity. Phagocytes. Which are phagocytes? Neutrophils. Monocytes are phagocytic. What do? Foreign element, a bacteria or a virus, then the cell goes there And phagocytosis engulfs it, destroys it. The cell goes to that foreign element and destroys it. This is called as cell-mediated immunity. Cell itself did. Whether cells can phagocytose or cells can spray some toxins, whichever way, they did it. Now, humoral immunity. What is that? Foreign element is there. There is a foreign element there. This is a cell B lymphocyte. B lymphocyte starts producing antibodies. Y-shaped antibodies. Those antibodies are released in the plasma, in the serum, in the fluid. What is fluid's other name? Humor. The antibodies are released in the fluid, in the humor, and those antibodies will go and destroy the antigen. And there are different ways to do that, which we will be doing in the chapter Human Health and Disease later. What is happening here? Did the cell itself go? No. Cell formed antibodies, and antibodies via humor. What is the humor here? Plasma. Via the humor, antibodies destroyed the antigen. This is called as humoral immunity. And humoral immunity is brought about by antibodies. Antibodies are released in the humor. And that's how enemy is destroyed. Okay, so now let's come back to this. Okay, thymosin plays a major role in the differentiation, maturation, training, okay, of T lymphocytes. What do T lymphocytes bring about? T lymphocytes bring about cell-mediated immunity. Cell is going to itself manage it, do something about it. Okay, here thymosin also promotes production of antibodies. And antibodies are produced by which cells, bache? B lymphocytes. And what do B lymphocytes bring about? B lymphocytes bring about humoral immunity. It is via humor. So, please remember, thymosin is stimulating both cell-mediated immunity as well as humoral immunity. Moving ahead, I told you, it's a temporary gland. It's a temporary endocrine gland. Okay, thymus degenerates in old individuals, which results in a decreased production of thymosin. So, their immunity becomes weak. You are in the same room. That's the reason why we are telling you, bache, all of you, please take care of your parents and your grandparents. Because the same virus which is creating havoc in the whole world, causing this pandemic, if you at this age, no, if someone, I'm not giving your example, if someone at your age gets the virus, in all likelihood, will be strong enough, immunity will be strong enough to fight it out, to fight that virus. But the same thing may not happen with your grandparents and with your parents. That's why you saw the vaccination has started with 60 plus and 45 plus, like that, because the elderly people, grandparents especially, they are more susceptible to any kind of infections. So one of the reasons is because their immunity is low. Their immunity is low. Thymus degenerates in old age, old individuals, which results in a decreased production of thymosin. The immune responses of old people become weakened. Okay, what better example can we give than what is happening these days? You all children, you are my such lovely souls. You are beautiful souls. If every day, even if at least for half a minute, if you people pray to your God, whichever God you believe in, whichever higher power you believe in, pray to that higher power for this pandemic to end in every part of the world. Your prayers will reach higher ups very quickly. Do that. Do that. Prayers have got very big strength, very big power. Do that, my children. Okay, now let's see. Let's talk about my favorite gland, which is adrenal. Okay, why is it my favorite? I'm going to be talking about adrenal so much. Okay, now let's see. Did you check NCERT? We covered everything. We did not leave anything. I asked you to add mediastinal also there. You understood cell-mediated immunity and humoral immunity. Cell-mediated T lymphocytes. Humoral, write down B lymphocytes. Okay, now let's see. We are talking about these kidney scabs. These ones. Okay, no, I want. Okay. Right? You know why the adrenal are also called as, you can write that name. They are also called as suprarenal. Supra, above. Renal is kidney. Above the kidney. So adrenal glands are also called as suprarenal. Why the name adrenal? Adrenal means something is added to the kidneys. Something got added to the kidneys, and that's why they are called as adrenal. Spelling is ADRENL. Okay, now let's see. This is not there in NCERT. This is just for you. It's interesting. It's just interesting information. You know, adrenal gland. How beautiful. Look at the image. Yeah? Adrenal glands are also called as 4S glands. They are called as 4S glands. What does 4S? Come on. What does 4S stand for? We are going to be doing the functioning of adrenal. Okay, you know what are 4S? We will see it controls sugar metabolism. Note it down, it's interesting thing. What are 4S? Sugar metabolism, salt retention. How? I'm going to explain. Okay, sex hormones. Adrenal produces sex hormones. Then source of energy. 4S. Will you remember? Sugars, salts. Then comes sex hormones and source of energy. All of this. Okay. Then it is also, adrenal is also called as 3F gland, which functions so beautifully. When you are in 3F situation, what is 3F situation? F, fear, flight and fight. Fear, okay, you're very scared. This is the gland which is going to release the hormones. Okay, then you are fighting with you have shouted at somebody, and big bulky boy, almost double your size is coming to beat you up. What are you going to do? The boy who's coming to beat you up, I'm just talking to boys. Girls, nobody can touch my girls. Nobody. Okay, now, boys, if that big bulky boy who's 3 times your size, if he's coming to beat you up, answer me there. Would you fight or would you flight? Flight means run away. Tell me, are you going to fight or flight, run away? Okay, tell me. I am waiting for the boys. Dinesh is saying run, baby, run. Linny is already said. William is saying fight. Linny is saying run away. Najala is saying flight. Roshan is saying flight. Devishri is saying fight. Danny has declared. Danny has declared that, ma'am, boys will run away. Boys will run away. Okay. You know what? Remember one lesson. This lesson you should remember. If there is somebody coming to beat you up and the size is double your size or triple your size, please run away. Please run away. Then, don't have that testosterone kind of impact. No, I'm a man. I'm going to fight it out. Please, no. Run away. You will end up breaking your bones. So please, don't show your man thing. Run away. Okay. That is a wise thing to do. So Danny, what you said is the right thing. Okay. I would run away myself. I would climb up the tree. I would run away. Okay. Come on. Let it be. Now, fear, fight and flight. This gland is known as 3F gland. You thought Ritu ma'am is going to be telling you, stay there, be a man and fight it out. No, run away. Just run away. Okay, now let's see. So, 4S and 3F gland. Okay, so let's read about it. Talking about this is the image which is there in your book. NCERT book has this image. Let's talk about this image. NCERT ko to not even a single word we are going to leave. Okay, this is your beautiful kidney. This is every word, please check. Kidney's cap, adrenal gland, suprarenal or adrenal. Okay, then when we take the adrenal gland and when we cut the section, vertical section, like how you cut an apple, like that, when you take the vertical section, the outer part, this outer part, okay, the peripheral part, bache, this peripheral part is called as cortex. The peripheral part is cortex. Okay, and the inner part, the middle part is the medulla. In fact, they are so different. They are so different, the cortex and the medulla. It is almost, when I was a student, I asked my teacher this thing. There was this male teacher. I asked him, sir, they look almost like two glands. By mistake, they are put together. Otherwise, so different. Cortex has a different origin. Mesodermal origin. Okay, cortex has mesodermal origin. Medulla has ectodermal origin. Ectodermal origin. Cortex produces steroid hormones. Cortex produces steroid hormones. Medulla produces amino acid derivatives, which are known as, I am going to be teaching you that, which are known as catecholamines. Different, histologically different, functionally different, every which way different, origin different. So adrenal has got dual origin. Cortex is mesodermal and medulla is ectodermal. Dual origin it's got. Right? By mistake ho gaya ye. Mistake hua, both of them put together. Okay, then what else? This is the adrenal. Now, how many adrenal glands? A pair. Located one at the anterior part of each kidney. Each kidney has its own thing. The gland is composed of two types of tissues. Adrenal medulla, which is M for medulla, M for middle. Okay, this is medulla. And outer part is called as the adrenal cortex. Now first in your book, As in your NCERT book, we will be talking about medulla. We will be talking about medulla first. Okay, now medulla. Look at that. Fighting, fighting, fighting. Flight. Run away. Look at that. Okay, fight, flight. Okay, now adrenal medulla. Adrenal medulla produces two hormones. Okay, adrenaline and noradrenaline. Also called as epinephrine and norepinephrine. Got that right, bache? Adrenal medulla produces two hormones, adrenaline and noradrenaline, or epinephrine and norepinephrine. And very important, please underline. They are both chemically catecholamines. Underline that. I'm explaining catecholamine. But catecholamine, underline and put a star there. Put a star there. Emergency hormones. They are both known as emergency hormones. Okay. Emergency hormones or the hormones of fighting or flying away. Flight. Okay. Fight or flight. I can't get over this cute thing. Okay. And they're fighting. Lot of adrenaline pumping in their blood. Adrenaline and noradrenaline perform similar functions. They both, sound as if they would be antagonistic, but no. They perform the same functions. Okay, now moving ahead, bache. I told you catecholamine. What is catecholamine? Catecholamine is amino acid derivative, one amino acid. Which amino acid is involved? Tyrosine. Along with tyrosine is attached the catechol ring. This is a catechol ring. Catechol ring is a benzene with two hydroxyl side groups. This is a catechol ring. And this is the amino acid. Which amino acid are we talking about in adrenaline and noradrenaline? Tyrosine. Write it down. Adrenaline and noradrenaline are tyrosine derivative. Tyrosine plus what is attached to tyrosine? Catechol ring. This is catechol ring. This is noradrenaline. This is adrenaline. See catechol ring and this. Adrenaline and noradrenaline. Please see, I put a star there. I put a star so that my children also, they will ask you, which of the following hormones are catecholamines? Adrenaline and noradrenaline, that's it. Okay, moving further, look at this situation. It is FFF gland, 3F gland or 4S gland, right? Let's talk about FFF. You are lost in a jungle. You all are alone, lost in this jungle. Look at that. Okay, you are lost in the jungle and sun is setting. You can't find your way out. And now you are panicking because it is getting darker. And sun sets. It's get quite dark now and you still haven't found your way back home. Right? And it's a thick jungle with all these animals like this. This is the time there is a system called sympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system fires up. And sympathetic nervous system has got the neurotransmitter adrenaline produced by adrenal gland. When you are scared in the jungle, you can't find your way out, and all of a sudden when you're going there, you hear some rustling of the bushes and all. You hear some sounds, crazy sounds you hear. And you don't even know where to put your foot because there are so many creeping, crawling animals there. Okay, this is when the catecholamines, They are playing their role. What happens? And all these symptoms, they help you survive that situation. What is it? This is sympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system firing. Okay, your catecholamine increase the alertness. You are more alert to your surroundings. You are in that jungle. Now you are more alert to the surroundings. Your pupil dilate. Pupil dilate. Why? Because you want to have larger area of vision. It's getting dark in the jungle. You want to have a larger area of vision so that you can see and immediately react if there is an enemy around. So your pupil dilate. Then piloerection. What is piloerection? You get goosebumps. You get goosebumps. Okay, you get goosebumps. Hair standing erect on the skin. What is that for? What is the function of goosebumps? Sorry kids, in human being, goosebumps has got no function. It's vestigial reflex. It's vestigial reflex in humans, but in smaller animals. In smaller animals, for example, cats and dogs, their fur stands up. Porcupine, the spine stands up. What is the role of those goosebumps in the small pigeon? You know, when you get closer to mama pigeon who's hatching eggs. Suppose there is a mama pigeon in a planter who is sitting on the eggs hatching. You go close to, just because you're curious to know what it is, you go close to it, mama pigeon bloats up, becomes big. Goosebumps. All the feathers, they stand erect on the skin. What is the role there? The animal, like cat and dog and pigeon and porcupine, all the spines or feathers standing up, hair, feather, fur standing up to indicate to the enemy. I was going close to see now what is that pigeon doing. So I am the enemy of that pigeon. So the pigeon bloats up, telling me, conveying to me, don't you think I'm a small animal? I can scare you away. And actually when pigeon bloats up, I go back. What? No, stay there, stay there. It is to scare away the enemy. Goosebumps come when you are scared. To scare away the enemy. Second, when it is very cold. When it is very cold, again goosebumps. Why? When hair is standing erect on the skin, it traps a layer of air over the surface of the skin, insulating the skin so that heat is not radiated out of the skin. That traps heat under the skin. But in human, that was in smaller animals, in other animals. In human, suppose two of you boys, if two of you are fighting, complete good fighting, giving those punches and bruises on the eye, okay, and all of that. When you're fighting and you got goosebumps, if you show your goosebumps to the other boy, will he run away? If you're showing goosebumps to somebody, you will get one more punch. No function. Goosebumps will not scare your enemy away. Don't even try it. Okay, so this is, although we still have the reflex, but it's a vestigial reflex. In humans, it is a vestigial reflex. Okay, now let's see. That is piloerection. Piloerection is, there is a muscle under the hair which contracts and the hair stands erect. Okay, now another, sweating. When you're scared, you are in the jungle, lost your way, there are animals in the jungle and you fear there are a lot of tigers in there. And at night, tigers start searching for food. You're sweating. Okay, then your heartbeat goes higher. Your heart rate goes higher. Then another important function. Okay, all these categories, are you numbering it down? These are all there in your NCERT book. Okay, then now you might have to run fast from the jungle. Okay, so you need more glucose in the blood. Increase the glucose in the blood. So adrenaline and noradrenaline increase the glucose level. How? Glycogenolysis, glycogen breakdown. Breaking down glycogen to form glucose. Lysis is breaking down. That is going to increase this. Yeah? Glucose level increased. Supplying energy. Now energy, more energy. Run away from the jungle. Okay. Then lipid breakdown and protein breakdown. What is that indicating? Why are lipids and proteins also breaking down? This is called as gluconeogenesis. Okay, glucose. Now they are also forming glucose. Glucose is being formed from new sources. Gluconeogenesis. Neo means new. Definitely glucose is being formed from glycogen breakdown. Glucose is also being formed from the breakdown of lipids and proteins. Whichever way, every way, increase glucose level in the blood. Okay, so gluconeogenesis, glucose formed from new resources, generated from new. Which are those new? Non-carbohydrates, which is lipids and proteins. Which is lipids and proteins. Did you note down? Now all of you, this is all your NCERT. Number it A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Number it in NCERT book. Meanwhile, I'll have a sip of water. Okay. Priyadarshini. Oh, people got the Graves' disease dream also. Ashish. Ashish, what is... Okay, Rakesh Singh. Elite uncle, don't block Ashish. Ashish, why you got blocked? Okay, so could you escape the jungle in the night and reach home where dinner was waiting for you? Okay, now let's talk about the cortex. That was medulla. Adrenaline, non-adrenaline, catecholamine is the key word. And all those things. Remember, lost in the jungle. It's night time. And what are all these things happening? That is adrenaline. Okay. Now let's see. Cortex. Now cortex has got 3 different layers of cells. Okay. Now adrenal cortex secretes corticoids. The hormones. 3 groups of hormones. What are these 3 groups of hormones called? Corticoids. And they are all steroids. What was medulla hormones? Catecholamines. Adrenal medulla hormones were catecholamines. Adrenal cortex hormones are steroids. They are steroids. And there are 3 groups produced by 3 layers, and I have already introduced to you all of those. The 3 layers are, you have to remember, what did I say? How will you remember it? How will you remember these 3 layers? GFR. GFR. Outer, middle, inner. Okay, you will remember it with GFR. Okay. Zona glomerulosa. Say that. Zona glomerulosa. Zona fasciculata, zona reticularis, GFR. Okay, and this is the outer, middle and inner. I want to show it to you in a different picture. This is beautiful. Okay, see this, bache. This is adrenals transfer section. Okay, now the outer collagen layer is called as capsule. Okay, in the tissue, cortex is the outer part and medulla is the inner part. We have done medulla. We are talking about the cortex. Now we are taking this slice. See this? Let's cut a slice of cortex like this. Let's cut a slice like this. And this slice is this. Okay, so this lower part is medulla, which we have done. Okay, this part is cortex. This is cortex. And outer this is capsule. Got that? Now learn with me, bache. The outermost layer, GFR, zona glomerulosa. This is zona glomerulosa. Then the middle layer. Okay, this is the middle big layer. Okay, this is the middle layer. This is called as zona fasciculata. Right? Then the inner one. This is the inner layer. This one. Okay, this is zona reticularis. Have you learned the names? GFR, glomerulosa, outermost, glomerulosa, fasciculata and reticularis. Now you will learn the names of the groups of hormones also with that. Zona glomerulosa produces mineralocorticoids, group of hormones called as mineralocorticoids. Remember, all of them are steroids. Steroids. Okay. Zona fasciculata produces glucocorticoids. Mineralocorticoids, glucocorticoids, reticularis produces sex corticoids. Will you remember? From outer to inner, mineralocorticoid, glucocorticoid and sex corticoids. Okay, I will be talking about all these three. So if I say mineralocorticoids are produced by which layer? Mineralocorticoid, glomerulosa. Glucocorticoid, fasciculata. Sex corticoids, reticularis. This is mineralocorticoids, glucocorticoids and sex corticoids. Okay, let's move ahead. Now we are going to be doing one by one. I have, although I did not want to do this, but I have kept the sequence which is given in NCERT book so that you can mark it the way I have marked it in your NCERT book. First, glucocorticoids. Okay, the middle layer, glucocorticoids. The maximum functions in your NCERT are given of glucocorticoid. What is the name glucocorticoid? Increase glucose levels. Every which way. Increase the energy source, glucose level, supply of energy, glucose. That's what glucocorticoids are doing. Now let's see, what are the roles of glucocorticoid? Okay, now see this. Glucocorticoid, the main glucocorticoid is cortisol. Underline it. Where cortisol is written, the main glucocorticoid is cortisol. Please put a star there. The hero, it's a group of hormones. The main glucocorticoid which does most of its functioning is cortisol. Okay, then what do glucocorticoids do? You are going to be marking them A, B, C, D just like the way Ritu ma'am has marked. Okay, first glucocorticoid is produced by zona fasciculata. This is glucocorticoid. The middle layer. This is mineralocorticoids. This is glucocorticoids. This is sex corticoids. Got that right? Now what do they do? Write A, B, C, D like the way I have written. Gluconeogenesis. I gave you the term. Glucose is generated, produced by new sources. Now what are the new sources? Lipid and protein breakdown. Lipolysis and here proteolysis and lipolysis, everything is going towards increased glucose level in the blood. Glucocorticoids. So did you name it? Did you just put it A, B, C like that? Now, proteins are breaking down. Proteins are breaking down. Do you want to make new proteins? Hold on. No. Don't make fresh proteins right now. So, inhibit, put underline here. Inhibit cellular uptake and utilization of amino acid. Amino acids will form proteins. Stop it right now. We are breaking down proteins. Don't make more proteins. Okay. So, inhibit is an important term. Did you underline it? Again, gluconeogenesis by lipolysis, proteolysis. Now remember, protein breaking down. Hold on, don't make new proteins. Okay, inhibits cellular uptake and utilization of amino acid. Then it maintains, write down E here, maintains cardiovascular system. Write down E there. It also maintains the kidney functions. F, G, they are anti-inflammatory, they have anti-inflammatory reactions. You know, when people suffer from asthma, it's not asthma, it's asthma. They take those puffs. Those are glucocorticoids. To reduce the inflammation in the respiratory tract. Those are these things, synthetic, okay. So, anti-inflammatory reactions. Then suppresses the immune responses, okay, and RBC production. Please write A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, all of them. Please put the alphabet so that you know there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 functions given of glucocorticoids. It's important for your NEET exam. You should know what are the functions of glucocorticoids. Got that right, bache? Please underline inhibits. It inhibits the uptake of amino acid. Okay, then comes the next. Mineralocorticoids. Okay, which is the main mineralocorticoid? Like glucocorticoids, the main glucocorticoid was cortisol. Now, which is the main mineralocorticoid? Aldosterone. You remember RAS? Renin, angiotensin, aldosterone system. Okay, what does RAS do? Now, 2 functions. Very important. Okay, so aldosterone is the main mineralocorticoid. We have to put a star here. This is important. Which layer? Zona glomerulosa. The outermost. Mineralocorticoids. Zona glomerulosa. Okay, then be very careful with what I am talking now. Here, stimulates the reabsorption of sodium and water. Write down A here. Stimulates the reabsorption of sodium and water. And excretion of what? Excretion of K plus and phosphate ions. Don't get confused. Reabsorption of Na plus and water and excretion of K plus and phosphate ions. Don't forget which is reabsorbed and which is excreted. And did you write A and B there? In your book. Note it down like that. Then if we are talking about sodium, water, K plus, phosphate ion, what are we talking? Maintenance of electrolyte, body fluid volume, osmotic pressure and blood pressure. This all is happening because of these 2 functions. We are maintaining the electrolyte balance of the blood. So Na plus, water reabsorption. K plus and phosphate excretion. Got that? This is mineralocorticoid. Last, 6 corticoids. 6 corticoids Male hormones only. Androgens. Androgens are male hormones. Okay, now see, androgenic steroids play a role in the growth of secondary sexual characters during puberty, like axial hair, pubic hair, facial hair. Axial hair is underarm hair. Okay, pubic hair is external genitalia. External genitalia hair and facial hair. Which hair? Zona reticularis. If these androgens, these are male hormones produced in us also, in women also. These hormones, male hormones are there in women also, produced where? Adrenal cortex. Where in adrenal cortex? Zona reticularis. Okay, so if it increases in the females, then they start developing masculine characteristics like beard and mustache and all of that. Okay, so let's move ahead. Now one thing, okay, all right, Addison's disease, it is given in your book, it is there in your book, okay. Underproduction of hormones by the adrenal cortex. Adrenal cortex hormones underproduction. What are adrenal cortex hormone doing? Sugar regulation, salt regulation, energy, glucocorticoids, energy. So there is no energy. Carbohydrate metabolism is altered. Glucocorticoids, carbohydrate metabolism, fat metabolism, protein metabolism, all of them abnormal then. So lack of energy, fatigue, too tired. That's called as Addison's disease. Okay, symptoms: acute weakness and fatigue. Okay, this is under secretion, hyposecretion of hormones of adrenal cortex. Okay, your quiz now. Are you ready, all of you? 5 questions, smart questions, and let me see if you can do it right. Are you ready? Quiz time, everybody. Shall I start? Getting it? Now let's see. First question first. Cortisol is secreted from pancreas, zona reticularis of adrenal, zona glomerulosa of adrenal, or zona fasciculata. 1A, 1B, 1C, or 1D. Very good, Rakesh. Sana, answer me bache. Fatima, Ashmat, no NEET aspirant, Tanisha. Okay. Why am I getting C also? Oh, Rakesh is Ashish. Sorry. Ashish. Okay. Now, what is the answer I am getting? Cortisol is a glucocorticoid. Glucocorticoid is middle layer. Fasciculata, zona fasciculata. Ashish, you're a badmash only. Come on. Okay. This is glomerulosa, fasciculata, GFR. Okay. Mineralocorticoids, glucocorticoids, sex corticoids. Got that right, bache? And cortisol is that. Question number 2. Thymosin is responsible for. Question number 2. Read it yourself. Okay, question number 2. Ashmat, very good. Danny, yes, GFR, MGS. Roshan, William, Linny, Fatima, Manoj, Meenu, Harita, John, Danny, Ansiba. Everybody right. Everybody is right. Question number 2. Question number 3. The steroid responsible for balance of water and electrolytes. Oh wow, this is a good question. Water and salts, electrolytes in our body is which one? Question number 3. Insulin, melatonin, testosterone or aldosterone. Question number 3. My God, Fatima, Ashish, everybody, oh my God. Yeah. Hari, very good. Shweta, very good. Gayatri, very good. Got done. 4th. Question number 4. Mary is about to face an interview, but during the first 5 minutes before the interview, she experiences sweating, heartbeat increases, respiratory rate increases. Which hormone is responsible for it? Fear, fight, and flight. Question number 4. Very good answer. Very good. Adrenaline and noradrenaline. Okay. Then last question. Which is a false statement? Be very careful with this. We did so many functions. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. Okay, so many. Which is a false statement for glucocorticoids? Anti-inflammatory, gluconeogenesis, stimulates cellular uptake and utilization of amino acid and RBC production. Question number 5. Very good. Priyadarshini, Badmash, Ashish. Sorry. Ashish has given the explanation also. Okay. Stimulates? No. Stop protein formation right now. Inhibits. It inhibits the cellular uptake and utilization of amino acid. Wonderful children of mine. Okay. Now I talked about the crash course, bache, how you have to go about it. The batch starts from 3rd of May. Link is there in the description. Enroll now. Please, all of those who are joining new year, be on the Telegram group and get this PDF of this. What is the Telegram group? vdnt.in/NEET Elite. Yeah, I want my hearts, otherwise I'm not going anywhere. Okay, then comes all these hearts. I am also sending hearts to all of you. I can also do the heart spamming for all of you. Okay, thank you so much, Viche. So much more love from Ritu ma'am to all of you. Go eat something and rest now. Thank you, Viche. Thank you so much. See, you give me so much of energy. Thank you, Bache. I'm going to see you tomorrow with more of this chapter. Till then, you take good care of yourself. And please remember, Ritu ma'am loves you so much. Take good care. Thank you.